The blues can't hang around. With the jukebox jumping like
There's David Lee Murphy, who's written a lot of songs over the years. Kenny Chesney's recorded a lot of them. We just heard from. Nice thing on the CBS Sunday Morning about Kenny Chesney and where his career's at and how he's doing, and it's all good news if you want to check that out sometime, if you missed it. And that was part of the CBS Sunday Morning program yesterday. And that song there kind of makes you miss the weekend, doesn't it? Yeah. Or the month of October. The way to combat that is to look forward to the weekend ahead, and there's an event that's coming up. I think this is about my third year talking about it, and it seems like it's always so far off when you first start thinking about that time, November and everything, and it's right on the horizon. We're talking about the Holistic Wellness and Psychic Expo, and it's coming up this Saturday, November 1st, and Monica Morrissey, who's been with us throughout its run, and she's right in the center of all of that, and it's interesting, and it's fun, and there's things for a good cause. She's with us again today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, here we are again. Hard to believe. I think you and I have talked about this for 3 years, and I was trying to think, how many years has it been going on for?
Yeah, this is our third year.
All right.
This year we have the most vendors ever, so we're getting excited.
That was the other question, is hopefully it, after trying it out the first time, that each year it seems to be growing, and that's the case again this year.
Yeah, we've done a lot of more advertising, so I had a lot of more vendors that saw the advertisements and have contacted me. So we have 24 different vendors this year.
Oh, that's super. And so if people don't know what a Holistic Wellness and Psycho Expo is, I guess it's time to further get the word out or enlighten people.
Yeah, so, the raffle is to benefit the Memorial Area Cancer Network, and, there are different ways to heal, and not just the traditional, American pathways that we've been taught.
Yep.
And I've learned this myself, I've lived this.
Yeah.
Our emotions affect our bodies in physical ways. They're connected. And so understanding your emotions through astrology, through card readings, through tarot readings, or, different things like that, or using holistic, natural, like lotions or creams or different things like that really help your body to feel better.
Have you noticed that when people come to this year after year that there is maybe a change in people? People reach out and say, wow, this really is affecting me, and then maybe you hear from them down the road that is the case?
Oh, yeah, because, I work with clients, too, in my business, Intuitive Wellness, but through this, too, it's opened people's eyes to a different way to live, and I've seen people radically change their lives, like start new businesses, go into massage therapy, just totally change their lives so that they're in tune with both their, physical and emotional health.
It's a good way to look at things and experience that no matter the time of year, but when we get into these winter ahead, it seems like forever for the sun to come up. Must be a nice extra bonus for people to have that type of feeling of well-being when, it's a little dreary outside a lot this time of year.
Yeah, we're definitely in stick season and not as much sun, and we're trying to do it right before the snow hits so that, hopefully the snow doesn't interrupt our attendance. So, we're excited.
I think it's going to be okay. At least it might rain, but I haven't seen any mention. If you were having it on the top of Mount Washington, yes, it might snow, but fortunately that's not the case. You do go up.
Those pictures.
I know. It was that and then the top of Mount Mansfield, and that's how it starts. But you do go up a slight hill. But nothing like going up Mount Mansfield or Mount Washington. It's going to be at Hazen again.
Correct. Yep.
And it's free to get in?
It is free to get in, and it's from 10 to 3. And as soon as you walk in the door, we'll have the raffle that will benefit the Memorial Area Cancer Network. And we have 18 wonderful prizes this year that the vendors donated towards this.
Are you able to give a preview of a prize or two?
Sure. We have a basket of lotions, essential oils, eye pillows that were homemade. We have,
nice.
I'll be giving away a book We have several gift certificates for an aura photo. We have the chef. We are going to have really awesome, wholesome food by Chef Nadav. So he gave a $25 gift certificate. We've got some tea that was made by Sprouting Soul Botanicals. We've got, oh boy, so many different sessions for Reiki or healing. We've got several astrology readings and also... let's see, some psychic readings that would be for free for whoever the winner is.
I think also what probably comes to some people's mind is that some of this stuff people might be, oh, I don't know if that's right for me, or I've heard about that, but if you swing by, you get immersed in it, and I would imagine that's a good thing for one and all.
Yeah, having like a 15 or 20-minute session with somebody starts to build that relationship, and then you might, go and work with them afterwards after you get to know what they're doing.
So 3 years ago, and I remember you came in studio, and that's when I met you, and I guess we've done it on the phone since. And 3 years ago, well, you were sitting there one day and maybe thinking about, how do I get the word out about some of this? I mean, how did it seemed like an idea that seemed important to you, and here we are. It sounds like it's a good thing that you decided to put this together because it keeps growing.
Yeah, I'm passionate about helping people heal in a very different way. When I was sick years ago, I battled Lyme, and I did this work myself and found a different path to wellness. And so now I want to share that. And also I want to highlight all of the wonderful people that we have around here in Vermont.
Great.
We've got people coming from Burlington, all over, traveling hour and a half to this to highlight, all the different healers that we have right here in Vermont.
Yeah, that is a great point about all of that. And also, if people aren't familiar with the work that you do, and you said you've written a book, it might be a good time to tell people about that just a little bit as well.
Yeah, so I've actually written 3 books now. So my first book was Dimes from Heaven, How Coins and Coincidences Helped Me Discover My Life as an Empath. Yep. And that was all about my journey and understanding my emotional wellness, but also this connection to my dad after he died. He sent me some dimes that were just these crazy stories. And so I wanted to share that with others who are grieving, because there is this connection to the afterlife that, some people, including my mother, who, bless her, she's passed now, but she would roll her eyes at this kind of work.
Right.
And I just felt like it was a cool story that I wanted to share. And then when I started writing, all these weird things started happening and all these coincidences and synchronicities. So I kept track of them, and that book is about my writing journey, and that one's called More Dimes from Heaven. And then after I wrote those 2 books and shared them with a lot of people, the feedback that I got was, that's great, Monica, that you can connect. I'm happy for you, but how do I do it? And I spent 32 years in public education, so I'm a teacher by heart. Yep. And so my 3rd book was called Once Upon a Dime, Heaven is Talking to Us. Do you know how to listen? And it gives people the tools and the strategies to be able to connect with their loved ones, even though we can't see them or, we don't think we can hear them. But can we really feel them and hear them and in a different way? And so I've done a lot of work around this. I actually teach a mediumship class, and I bring a medium to town twice a year at the Hardwick townhouse. So I'm very passionate about helping people through the grieving process in a different way than traditionally, that we don't learn about that in the 5 stages of grief. There's nothing about staying connected to those we love.
You'll have to send us a notice about when you have people at the Hardwick townhouse so we can put it on air, and then we'll have to have you back for that. I have noticed in my own life that when my grandfather died of pancreatic cancer, he wanted to get home to die, but he couldn't, and so he really liked red cardinals, and we noticed that around that time these red cardinals were showing up. I can't remember, he died in June, and then I've noticed that when I'm something, you get those things in life that aren't great, I've seen in the middle of a hot day in July a red cardinal outside. So you know something like that.
Yeah, that's him. So that's your dime. So your dime is a red cardinal. My third book shares stories about heart-shaped rocks or four-leaf clovers. It's whatever that you think connects you to that person, and that's what I explain in that book. And you don't need anybody else to tell you, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be some people that are still going to roll your eyes, and that's okay. Let them. Until they experience it themselves, like me, like, we just don't understand this.
It's kind of the power of observation, but at a different level, I suppose.
Yeah, really noticing,
Yeah.
slowing down. And that's that pause. I teach a lot about that, about pausing. We're so busy and rushed in this society that we really need to pause more.
Yeah, and then imagine it takes some courage, too, to go on this journey and then try to teach this to people. Because like you say, sometimes it's like, don't want to hear about it. But for all the people who do or are thinking about it, it leads to something good for them, well worth the effort.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, so it's the Holistic Wellness and Psychic Expo. And if you could just go again, Monica, through the details, location, time, and we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, so it's at Hardwick, in Hardwick at Hazen Union High School from 10 to 3. Again, it's free admission, and we do hope that you buy a ticket, $1 for one ticket or $6 for $5 to benefit the Lamoille Area Cancer Network to help those who are trying to heal. We want to be able to support them.
Oh, excellent. Great to catch up with you again. Good luck this weekend, and we hope to talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks so much.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye.
You too.
Thanks. There's Monica Morrissey, and 3 years of that. I do remember when she first came here. And I think I happened to be filling in for Roland at that time on the Vermont Country Morning Show, and he said, can you talk to Monica? I said, sure, and that was the first one. And here we are just like that 3 years later. Good stuff. Some more music ahead of some notes in sports with this one from the Desert Rose Band here on 93.9 WLVB.
My baby don't take prisoners. She leaves a walking wounded for the other girls.